Vision, I'm Melanie. Thanks so much for clicking. To my returning family, the Visionaries, thank you for continuous love and support. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please feel at home. Have you had an opportunity to subscribe to the channel yet? If not, do me a favor, take a second, hit subscribe, and please don't forget to like and share. Demigod, racist, terrorist. These are just a few names I've heard Julius Malema be called in the last year of me following him.
We saw the return of a demon that we thought that we had buried in 1994. Standing on a stage in front of thousands of people in Soweto, Julius Malema resurrected the demon of hatred, division, and ethnic violence in South Africa. Have refused to acknowledge Malema for the bloodthirsty tyrant and demagogue that he really is, one-time protege.
Now I know that in election time that political parties get a little bit harsh. The good, the bad, and the ugly all come out, and name calling starts to come around. So these names that are called will definitely skew somebody's opinion, don't you think? But when I came across a video of Julius Malema addressing the volunteers of the EFF, I was shocked to see that these names were still being thrown out. Why, you ask? Well, it was simple. The way he was communicating with the volunteers, he was clear and concise of his expectations and what he wanted them to do when campaigning for the EFF. He empowered them, he encouraged them, he was positive and uplifting, but he also told them exactly what he expected. Such as, when you're campaigning, make sure you go out there, represent yourself well.
Let everybody feel that we are part of the EFF and no one must be left behind. Comrades, let me tell you, we're going to run a clean campaign. No ground force must threaten anyone, particularly women who support other political parties, including threatening other fighters. You can't be a ground force if you threaten others. No ground force must remove or destroy any property belonging to another political party or remove other political parties' posters. Don't do that. Fighters, don't disrupt meetings of other political parties. Don't prevent people from doing their things. You can't stop anyone from doing door-to-door or campaigning in your ward or even in your own squatter camp where you occupied the land. Mukuma fighter, muarinya kama ANC. Eloruwa kitsepa, and how get Daudi. Abatsene ma ANC. Baba budget abachabona. Don't chase anyone away. Don't force anyone to join our party or attend our meeting. Don't force people to donate to the EFF, especially my Somalia lele abuse angale adispaza shop. Let us donate. We are going to close your shop. Stop doing that nonsense. No one must be forced to donate to the EFF. Those who donate to the EFF must do so voluntarily, not because there is a threat. Comrades, don't spread lies, false rumors about other parties or other candidates. Don't use violent language or urge people to use violence against any party or person. Participate in the campaign whilst under the influence of alcohol. Do not attend EFF activities under the influence of alcohol. Do not campaign for the EFF under the influence of alcohol or under drugs. Comrades, there are some drunkards who love the EFF. But you must know where and how to use them, not in a campaign. Do not allow them to come and canvass for us. Comrades, Don't talk to people while you are smoking cigarettes. Vote along EFF. Do not do that. Don't talk to people while you are smoking cigarette. How do you go to door without a canvassing sheet and a voter's roll? You must always have a canvassing sheet and a voter's roll. Baba inchi mopili mo. If alina the canvassing sheet and voter's roll, it's not your problem. Ke problem yaba. They have a duty to organize you the voters' roll and canvassing sheet. Comrades, don't talk to people when they say they don't have time to talk to you. Everybody busy, bashiruwe, and then go to other people. Do not become an irritation instead of being a campaigner of the EFF. All of you, you are going to approach them, greet them, ask them if they have time. If they say no, walebuwa, wasepila, and go to the next one. Comrades, do not use vulgar language or enter into confrontation with voters during campaign or door-to-door. I said to you, you are leaders in your own right. We are not crybabies. You will never see us respond, and therefore we must have the capacity to take the criticism. Comrades, members of the EFF must be tolerant. Members of the EFF must condemn political violence. Members of the EFF must ensure that at all material times where they campaign, they comply with the requirements. Parking. No, you should know that that park is available on that day. Always make sure where you are going to campaign, the place is properly secured. Comrades, help the IEC in all its activities, inform the proper authorities of all planned marches, cooperate with the police in their investigation for elections, always speak against gender-based violence, always wear a clean EFF regalia. Now, I spoke of self-respect and self-love. No one will ever respect you if you don't respect yourself. Now, some of you think that to be clean is to be rich. That if I'm not rich, I can't be clean. No. And you think that to be clean is to wear expensive clothes. No. Always dress up the way you want to be addressed. If you show up dressed up in a manner that suggests you must be addressed in this way, you have already earned confidence and respect of others because they know you respect yourself. A fighter must be clean. A fighter must smell good at all times, because smelling good is a sign of self-love and self-respect, because white people identify black people with dirtiness, and they say we are dirty, and then we smell and we prove them right. Let's prove them wrong, that we are clean, because even the earlier primitive society that came all the way to settle everywhere they settled, they will never settle where there is no river, because they knew there must be river to drink water and to wash. If you go into the land claims land claims. Go and look at where our people are claiming land. There is always a river. Everywhere where our people are claiming land, the land is arable. It's a fertile land. Not Mutalis.
That means dress appropriately, look good, look clean, present yourself accordingly, and definitely make sure you're wearing the EFF regalia. He also talked about the importance of when you're going door to door, make sure the individual has time to talk. Don't take up their time. If they're busy, you come back at a different time. He then also shared nobody as an EFF volunteer should smoke or drink or be seen in any such way wearing EFF regalia. He also talked about the importance of making sure there's no arguments or misrepresentation of themselves in a negative way. He doesn't want anybody talking about the EFF in a negative light, that these volunteers have a responsibility to definitely present themselves in a professional way. As he was sharing all of this, at first I thought, well, this is common sense, isn't it? But in fact, when you think about it, he's a very effective and conscientious leader. He wants to make sure everybody is set up for success and that his expectations are clear and concise so that they're not going to go out and misrepresent the EFF. He wants to make sure that everybody is doing the right thing. And I was really impressed when he started to say that no representative of the EFF, whether it's a volunteer, should badmouth or speak ill about another political party. This was a breath of fresh air. I had never heard this in politics. Usually they're slamming each other, but he definitely let them know this will not be tolerated in the EFF party. He wants the EFF to be seen as professional and going out there to run a good race and to do what needs to happen. And that's the other piece I was really impressed by Julius Malema's address to the volunteers, was when he was talking about the service provider and what they need to be doing on the ground for the people. It was incredible to hear his speech because he wants EFF to be seen as doers, as people that are professional, that are going to the people and doing what they say they're going to do. What I appreciated most about this speech was that he addressed the individuals as human beings and showed them exactly how he appreciated them. So this is what I'm going to ask you. After you listen to these clips, tell me, does he come across as a demigod, a terrorist, a racist? Do you see how misinformation and biased opinions of different political parties can have on the voters? We have to make sure that when we are listening to the rhetoric of political parties, we understand what is truth, what is actually happening on the ground, the work they're actually doing, and what is propaganda. Because I find it, especially in times of elections, we're hearing so much chaos, so much misinformation that we, before we go to the voting polls, may be confused. So again, as people consuming media, please do your research. Listen to the different perspectives of all of the political parties before you make your choice. I'd love to hear your thoughts and ideas, so please drop them in the comments below and let's have a conversation. Again, please don't forget to hit that notification button, like and share. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.